Just check the YouTube start one. ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ॐ So today we will start with Bhajagovindam. After completing Bhagavad Gita Saram, the summary of all the 18 chapters, the blessings of Lord, the anugrah of the teachers, blessings of the teachers, we continue to pray to them to keep blessing us to complete the next Bhajagovindam which we are taking. Many would be knowing what Bhajagovindam is, and you must be aware of it. Some fair idea would be there what it is. Either you would have heard it in this class. We have also chanted Bhajagovindam so that the verses are familiar with us. Once the verses are familiar, it's easy to understand the meaning because you will be able to break it up very well and take it ahead. Now, I want to start with giving you something from the Viveka Chudamani. The first shloka of Viveka Chudamani is Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Here Adi Shankara prays to his teacher before starting the Viveka Chudamani. Is one of a big text, and Govindam Paramanandam. So here the word Govindam he has used with two meanings. Govindam is his teacher who is Govinda Bhagavad Padacharya, and also Govindam who is the Lord, who is of Paramananda Swarupam. So his teacher is also Paramanandam, the Lord is also Paramanandam. So Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. He is a Sadguru, and hence I do nadamastak, I submit to him. So the same concept of Govindam pranatosmyaham, aham pranatosmi, I submit to the Lord. Bhaja Govindam, I pray to the Lord. I pray to the Lord who is Sarvaguna Sampanna, that God. I pray to that God, and that is this Bhaja Govindam. Why do we need to learn and understand Bhaja Govinda? The second shloka of Viveka Chudamani goes this way. It's a very important shloka so that we value what our this life is. Jantunam narajanma durlabha mataha pumstvam tato viprata tasmad vaidika dharma marga parata vidvatvam asmat param atmanatma vivechanam स्वानुभवो ब्रह्मात्मना संस्थितिः मुक्तिनोर शतजन्म कोटि सुकृतैः पुण्यैर्विना लभ्यते. Okay, and the third shloka is also very important. We'll be looking at these three shlokas and then we'll understand. The third shloka is one minute. Durlabham trayamevaitir anugrahetukam manushyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samshrayaha. Okay, we will see what these three are and then its connectivity to Bhaja Govindam. I would want to introduce Bhaja Govindam by giving this background of Viveka Chudamani first three shlokas. The first shloka we have already seen very clearly. It is praying to that God who is got everything encompassed, and that Lord should be giving us the knowledge, the ability and everything for us to learn and become free. Jantunam nara janma durlabha mataha. Jantu is one who is alive. Jantu means the one who has life. Among the species, okay, this is not Viveka Chudamani class, so I am not going to give you word by word meaning. Try to understand the sum and substance here, and then we will go to Bhaja Govindam. There we will go to word meaning. So you may listen this, you need not write down or anything. Jantunam nara janma durlabham. What is durlabham? Which is not easily achievable. Jantu is among the species or the living species. Nara janma, this human birth, is not a very easily achievable one. Why? Look at the probability factor. We know that there are 84 lakh yonis or species. In that 84 lakh species, Manushya is there. So if you have to get a Manushya Janma, what is the probability factor in 84 lakh species? And it is not sequentially going one by one. No. Based on your karma, you can either go anywhere below Manushya, anywhere above Manushya, you can do anything. Okay, so it will keep going. Right? So the chance that you get a Manushyatvam, the human birth, is a rare one. As we normally say, rare opportunity to enter the Wimbledon court. You have entered the Wimbledon court. So first thing achieved. Why? I have got this and I haven't got it very free. Don't imagine that what we have got is free. just luck by chance मिल गया हमको. No. Mahata punya panyena. I have paid through my nose a lot of punyam to get this Narajanma. A lot of my punyam have got fructified as prarabdham, which will not be available for me later to get this particular janma, which is Narajanma. That is why he says Jantunam Narajanma Durlabhamataha, and in that Pumstvam Tato Viprata, in that I, not like any person who is just born from cradle to grave, I have somewhere a thought that I need to achieve something, a will to achieve something. Correct? Pumstvam Viprata. So, some knowledge, I need to achieve something. More than that, now you see how many probabilities. Then in that human birth, khao, piyo, aish karo, so what is that? Ahara, and that we are not continuing the life. If we continue that life that way, you will not be sitting here. That means you have taken a particular, whether we'll be achieving or not, there is a very clear need to achieve. At least there is a goal to achieve. And that is this Pumstvam Tato Viprata. Then you see how much lucky you are, or we all are. Tasmad Vaidika Dharma Marga Parata. We are born in a place where Vaidika Dharma Marga is there. If we were born in some Somalia or Kazakhstan or Afghanistan or Pakistan, where it's all gun, where is Vaidika Dharma Marga Parata? Do we understand? That mind is calm because my life is secure. If your life was not secure, you would not be sitting here and listening to this. Correct? So, very clearly, not only I have the ability to learn, I have the will to learn. Ability is coming from Janma. The will is coming from your intellect. Then Bhagavan has created the situation and setup of Vaidika Dharma Marga Parata, which you are able to get it. See how many things have come in place for this particular thing to happen. Then, Vidvattam Asmat Param Viveka Buddhi. Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha. What is Atma? What is Anatma? With my intellect, with this Guru, with a particular Shastram, I try to understand and learn what is this Atma Tattvam. And then, Swa Anubhavaha Brahmatmana Samsthitihi. That I am that Brahman. To establish that I am that Brahman. Nitya Mukta Buddha Shuddha Chaitanyam Aham Asmi. Okay. Muktirno Shatajanma Koti Sukritaihi. Okay, to get this mukti, for which all these are required, Shatajanma Koti Sukritaihi. Shatajanma is 100. Shatakoti is 100 crores. Shatakoti Janma is 100 crore Janmas. If you take, and if all these are together, Punyair vina na labhyate. You without, if you don't have that punyam, you will not get it. You have to earn. Your purse must be full with punyam. And that punyam, when you exchange it for the right karma, you exchange it for upasana, you exchange it with the Guru, you exchange it, pay off for the jnanam, and then you have to pay a lot for nididhyasanam, and then become muktaha. What is this probability factor? That means this probability factor is available only to this human birth. If we waste it after paying so much, aren't we the most supreme among the foolish? Aren't we supreme among the foolish? Moodhat parataram moodha. Correct? Supreme most fool. We cannot be more foolish than this. Because we have wasted not only what we have got, to get this we are paid. Having come there, we have wasted. I tell na. You earned a lot by working for 3-4 years and you got nice points, brownie points. Then you go to with the family with free tickets by plane. Then you go and stay in a nice 7-star hotel and there you will sit and listen to Bhagavad Gita class. Mahabuddhu or not. Correct? So, there you're not supposed to, you're paid such a lot to enjoy that. Correct? So, you have to go and enjoy that. Same way, if you have got this Janma and like a Mahabuddhu, you're wasting the time only on everything else other than Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha, isn't it an absolute waste? Correct? So, we shouldn't waste our time. Why? In Bhaja Govindam we will learn Kalah Kridati Gacchatyayuhu. TikTok is already on. जैसे ही जन्म लिया टिकटॉक चालू हो गया है. टाइम बॉम्ब है स्टार्टेड. कभी भी फट जाएगा. देन उसके बाद रोके मतलब नहीं है. वापस ये जन्म के लिए बहु कोटि जन्म you have to take again, come to this with all these things. Otherwise you will be born as a human being. As I told, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, किधर भी आ गया, without this knowledge or without a setup to teach you, without a guru, even if you have a urge to learn, you cannot learn. So when the iron is hot, hit it and go ahead. Don't think too much. Okay? And you do not know when the iron is hot. So hit it every time. Whenever it is hot, it will work and it will keep going ahead. Keep hitting it. Okay? और गरम करो, मारो. गरम करो, मारो. You have to work for it. ठीक है? Good. Then comes the third one. It says, even if you get all these things, a human birth, a setup is very good. 3 things have to come together to achieve this. Manushyatvam, Mumukshutvam, Mahapurusha Samshrayaha. To get this, you need 3 things minimum. If these 3 comes together, then only everything works. First is you have to get a human birth. Second is, in that human birth, you need to have mumukshutvam, a deep urge to get liberated. And even if these 2 are there, it is not enough. You need to have a guru, Mahapurusha Samshrayaha. How many people are there who have got this Janma and who have the urge but never have got a guru? Why? Somewhere the God decided that, wait, your time has not come. Okay? So, the guru, all the 3 have to come. Otherwise, this Janma goes waste. How do you get these 3? Manushyatvam you have got. You have already entered the Wimbledon. Now comes Mumukshutvam and Mahapurusha Samshrayaha. How do you get Mumukshutvam? Sadhana Chatushtaya. Only by Sadhana Chatushtaya you will get Mumukshutvam. Correct? Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, there is no other way you will get Mumukshutvam. There is no other way. If you are indulging only on this material world, you will never have Mumukshutvam in the mind. Okay? Now you itself, we are experiencing out of so many people, why only few are interested in it? Usme bhi now, if you look at each person, the levels of interest is different. The depth of effort is different. Some would be casual. Some would be, चलो यार, 1 घंटा अच्छा कुछ सुनने को मिल रहा है, चलने दो गाड़ी. Someone will say, चलो यार, घर पे किट किट सुनने, वाइफ, गर्लफ्रेंड, बॉयफ्रेंड, चिल्ड्रन, वॉट एवर, हर एक का रीजन अलग है. करेक्ट. Someone would have come for the knowledge part of it. There are many reasons why different people will be coming. But unless that mumukshutvam comes, the knowledge doesn't work. Right? So mumukshutvam will come only with karma, upasana or sadhana chatushtaya. In short, nitya naimittika karmani you will get, or pancha mahayajnas will help you to get mumukshutvam. Correct? Then after mumukshutvam, how are you going to get Mahapurusha Samshrayaha? How will you get that?
By God's grace.
Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dugrin Karane. Okay, so a very, very clear reason why this whole idea of Bhaja Govindam is there is, unless we have the Lord's grace. And how do you get Lord's grace? Only by submitting to the Lord. If we submit, will come. Okay. Now, what is this Bhaja Govindam? So, Bhaja Govindam is a scripture or a writing. It's a smriti which is written by Adi Shankaracharya. And few of you all who have seen this movie, you know, when he reaches Kashi and there he is taking the bath at Ganges, and then when he was coming out after his Anushtana, he hears a old teacher, a very, very old teacher who is very well experienced, very learned person, teaching the students the grammar. Learn the grammar, learn the grammar. Without this knowledge, nothing will happen. And Shankara, having looked at this person, says that at the fag end of his life, his goals are not at all clear for him. He is still continuing to be a teacher and pushing the student to perfect the grammar. So now Shankara had a big challenge. It is, you know, in our offices we keep training the trainer course. So Shankara decided training the trainer course. This teacher needs to be taught what he needs to understand first, because he has got a misplaced objective in his life. Dugrin karane, keep the grammar right, come on, practice. हो गया, एक पाव अंदर है एक पाव बाहर है, अभी भी वही चल रहा है. So that is a time he made this teacher understand the right objective of his life. And to make this person understand the objective of life, he wrote few verses. Adi Shankara, it is very clearly been written by many people that Adi Shankara has written about 12 or 13 verses out of that, the first 12-13 verses. Subsequently, there has been his disciples who have added couple of the verses, and these verses together, a sangraha, a collection of verses together, starts with Bhaja Govindam, but is not called Bhaja Govindam. The name of the text is Moha Mudgaraha. Okay, let us see what does this mean. What is Moha? Moha means delusion. What is delusion? What is delusion? Come on, quickly.
Desires, more intense desires, which
are not delusion. Intense desire is not delusion. Then moksha will become delusion. Moksha is an intense desire, correct? What is mumukshutvam?
The
Attachments
desire
or
to get
attachments?
liberation. Desire to get liberation.
So is it a desire?
Like we say, deluded mind.
Yeah. So if moksha is a desire, and if we say desire is delusion, then moksha, expecting moksha is a delusion. Huh?
No, desire is not delusion.
समझ में आ रहा है? I'm just trying to connect it
तो
so that you
संसार
understand.
संसार is a delusion.
Sansar is a delusion. That is an example you are giving. What is delusion?
Sir, delusion is a thing which is not there and we take it for granted that that is true, which is not true. The wrong version, if that has been understood.
भ्रमित होना.
अनित्य वस्तु.
Yeah, anitya vastu के साथ what?
Sir, rag, then after that dvesh, then krodh, then moha comes.
Yeah, but what is moha?
He's not asking this.
What is
Desire,
delusion?
desire for anitya vastu, intense desire for anitya.
But why that is delusion?
Maya. Maya.
What is delusion?
Having
What is the English meaning of
a
delusion?
wrong knowledge, like thinking something which is wrong, we are thinking that it is correct.
Ha. Okay. Same thing which even Bisen sir said.
Something that is wrongly believed, falsely believed, falsely
correct.
or propagated.
No. Believed as correct.
Is it misplaced search?
Misplaced truth.
Falsely believed.
Correct. So it's a misplaced truth.
Sir, wrong convictions we can say.
Correct. So whatever is wrong, considering that to be right, continuing to propagate, grow with it, get attached to it, believe that that is right and continuing the life is called delusion.
Could be a fancy
Fancy in a fallacy.
or a daydream.
Fallacy.
Fallacy, okay.
It's a
And we
fallacy.
say that thinking the unreal thing as real.
Whichever way you say, the meaning is the same.
Okay.
जो सच नहीं है उसे सच मान के आगे चलना is called delusion. अनित्य वस्तु को नित्य मान के चलना is called delusion. जो सच नहीं है उसे सच मान के चलना is a delusion. राग द्वेष हमारा गलत है उसको सच मान के आगे जाना delusion.
So delude also means to cheat somebody. That just means cheating myself,
Here,
deceiving myself by believing the wrong thing.
see, delusion, cheating is an action. Delusion we are
Okay.
talking as an abstract noun.
Yeah.
From delusion
Yeah,
to
delusion
cheating,
is the wrong.
everything, deceit,
Yeah, delude
everything
is
will
the
come
wrong.
out. A wrong knowledge, misplaced knowledge.
Think.
Ignorance is two ways.
Think.
1 minute, huh? 1 minute, Kuper Karsa. There is one point which is coming as is it ignorance? Yes, it is ignorance, but you have to understand that ignorance are of two types. Not knowing is also called ignorance. Wrongly knowing is also called ignorance. So if you say simply ignorance, it may mean not knowing. Avidya has two meanings. Avidya at a gross level means no education. Avidya. But avidya in spirituality means what?
Wrong knowledge.
Wrong knowledge. Wrong knowledge is also equal to no knowledge. Huh? Wrong knowledge
Other
equal to
version.
no knowledge. Doubtful knowledge equal to no knowledge. Okay. All this will be delusion. So the simplest way is not knowing the right knowledge, considering the wrong thing to be the right, and continuing all activities and everything around that is called delusion. Mohit ho jana. In Hindi it is very simple. Mohit. भाई वो भ्रमित हो गया है, पागल हो गया है वो. सच्चाई क्या है उसको मालूम नहीं है. He is covered by that false thing around him. इसी को मोहित बोलते हैं ना. Completely deluded. Okay. That is called moha. Are we able to clearly get moha? Okay. What is mudgaraha? Yeah, Kuperkar Sahab, you wanted to say something else?
sees rope as a snake.
Correct. Exactly. So yeah. So now we know that the rope is the rope. It is not the snake. Considering the rope to be a snake, having fear, having all our things around it, which is delusion. Okay. Now, what is Mudgaraha?
It's an instrument.
Instrument
that is
to break
break things.
rice.
It's hammer.
Yeah. You used to pound the rice earlier.
Sir, it is a वुडन लकड़ी का बना हुआ डंबल्स जैसा चीज है जिसको लोग व्यायाम के लिए यूज करते हैं पहलवान लोग ओल्ड एज
नहीं. The Mudgara is something which is used to break. पुराने, if you go गांव में सब जो है, you have the rice to remove the husk and all, they used to pound it. Pounding.
या सर मुसल बोलते थे उसको.
मुसल को मुद्गरा बोलते हैं संस्कृत में.
राइस को अलग करने के लिए.
Correct. So that is called Mudgara. उसका मार जोरदार रहता है. Because it's a heavy thing. उससे मारेगा तो it really like breaks. The inner stuff is visible and the outer stuff is separated out. Pounding. When you want to make it into a fine thing, pounding, you need a very, very strong, firm thing, either of metal, wood, whatever. That thing is called Mudgaraha, musal. मराठी में मुसल बोलते हैं. Yeah? Okay. Hopefully I don't know, मुसली उससे ही आया क्या मालूम नहीं है. हाँ, खाने का मुसली उससे ही आया क्या? मुसल यूज करके मुसली बना दिया. ठीक है. Anyways, so Mudgaraha. Now you see the name. मोह को पकड़ पकड़ के मार के ठीक करना, डेल्यूशन को तोड़ तोड़ के बाहर का हस्क, द डेल्यूडेड पार्ट को अलग करके एक्चुअल सत्य को दिखाना इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर श्लोका. Do we understand? Very nicely, the name is very clear. Moha Mudgaraha. This is that instrument which is going to break the delusion of our mind, where we consider everything as to be real and forgetting the actual real stuff, pounding it, separating it, throwing it out and bringing that reality in front. So the objective of this particular writing is to break our delusion. And it's a very strong one. Huh? Delusions are not easily broken. Think about it. Any small delusion, it will have its own, vasanas, even years after that. Take a small, very, very, very small thing. Suppose you have seen in your childhood one particular scene where you got frightened. Some scene you have, कुछ तो देखा है, डर गए बचपन में. You have grown up, you know that has got nothing to do. लेकिन अभी भी वो सीन देखेंगे तो मन में एक डर रहता है, assuming that that is real. Correct? I know very well, I am aware that it is not real, but its impact is so deep rooted that it doesn't go away. It needs to be broken and permanently removed out from my mind. That requires an effort. Correct? And when something is so strongly bound, you need a tougher, real tough one to break it. Okay? So which means in Bhaja Govindam, using the language, using the appropriate word, using the right examples, Adi Shankara is going to hammer and hammer to our minds, saying that, "O fool, do not continue what you are doing. You are deluded. You are supremely foolish. Come out of it. Come out of it." And this we read will start making us feel guilty about it. And the guilt needs to start. Then only there will be a change. Without a guilt, now that we have a right knowledge, we know what we are doing is wrong, So automatically there will be a guilt, and with that guilt only we will start. If we value that guilt, we will move ahead. If we don't value that guilt, we will become insensitive to Bhaja Govindam. We can sing very nicely Bhaja Govindam, but it is just a song, not happening anything inside me. We will look at, नहीं वो ट्यून इधर गलत गया, उधर सही था. That's all we will look at it, and not the actual meaning of it, because the meaning doesn't value anything to me. Right? So both are possible. It is for individual how you want to take this hammer. If you take the hammer, hit it properly at the right time, it will start working. You can go ahead. Otherwise, after some time you will stop hammering. You will like to only hear them, then you will run away from meaning. You want to only listen to that nice tune. क्योंकि अच्छा लगता है, क्यों ignorantly गाने को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. मीनिंग समझा तो टेंशन आता है, इसके लिए you will stop the class also. Okay. So Bhaja Govindam is a terse one. It's a tough one. Tough one not from the language. Tough one as truth of life will he'll put it very clearly in front of us. As I mentioned that out of 30 verses, 13 verses are made by Adi Shankara and the balance are by his disciples. All this together is Moha Mudgaraha. We have seen what is Moha Mudgaraha, and we saw the background why this Bhaja Govindam was sung. Now, this particular Bhaja Govindam starts with Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Rakshati Dugrinj Karane. Now in this first, this Bhaja Govindam is going to be repeated every time. If while chanting you can repeat this every time as a, what do you call that? Chorus jaisa, you can keep telling that. Now the beauty of Bhaja Govindam is what? Bhaja Govindam has two benefits. One is it gives us the knowledge. If you understand the meaning, it gives you a knowledge that we have to have our focus right, not to have a misplaced focus. So that is the learning. Then you will start applying it. The other thing what is possible by Bhaja Govindam is singing this Bhaja Govindam itself gives you a benefit. Why? Bhaja Govindam itself is a prayer. Oh Lord, I pray to you. Oh Lord, I pray to you. That means this particular one is not something which we are now telling someone else. Bhaja Govindam is mainly not to tell someone else. Bhaja Govindam, every line is for introspection. It is for ourselves. We should not use Bhaja Govindam to remind someone that they are doing wrong. No, that is not the purpose of Bhaja Govindam. So you see a sannyasi who is fooling everyone and around. Don't in front of them go and try to say Jatilo Mundi Lunchita Keshaha. No, that is not our purpose. Correct? Our purpose is to learn and introspect out of that and see how much we can apply it in our life. So the way it is said is Mudhamate, hey Mudhamate, Mudhamate. What is this word here? Mudha Mate.
Foolish person.
Mudha Buddhi.
Buddhi.
Oh, my Buddhi, which is a fool. So you are telling yourself, Mudha Mate, my Buddhi, what a fool you are. Understand now itself. And it is not for telling someone else, hey Mudha Mate. It is not someone else's mati which is mudha. Okay. What you do for them, you only pray. Durjana sajjano bhuyat, sajjana shanti mapnuyat. You can pray for them. But if you have to put effort, you can put on yourself. Correct? So moodha mate, hey my mate, hey my mind, which is a moodha, bhaja govindam. Bhaja govindam. So it is every time now reminding. It is reminding oneself. I have given this example ना, मंगल सूत्र को देखा तो शादी हुआ है मालूम है, रिंग को देखा शादी हुआ है. So it is a reminder. It is a reminder. Oh, correct. That it keeps you reminding. You need something to remind you. Otherwise, you can get wavered. So this Bhaja Govindam keeps reminding you every time. So if not anything, you can keep on saying whenever you want. It gives a benefit of very clearly learning it and implementing it in your life, which is a very clear objective. If not, you are saying I am praying to the God, which itself is a punya karma. Do you understand? Just a prayer can give you punyam, like that chanting Bhaja Govindam can give you punyam. Why? In every line you are saying Bhaja Govindam, I pray to you Lord, I pray to you Lord, and when you pray to Lord you will get punya karma. It's a punya karma. So at the very gross level, if not anything, you will earn punya. If you understand the meaning, it is Big Bazaar ka offer. पुण्यम तो मिलना ही है, साथ में it is
दुःखमिशिकत्वम अतृप्तिकत्वम बन्धकत्वम.
Correct. It will help you from atriptikaratvam and bandhakatvam. It will help you to come out of that and bind yourself to only one, which is the Lord. Okay. So bhaja govindam, govindam bhaja moodamate. Hey moodamate, govindam bhaja. Hey Buddhu, stop running here and there. Hey Buddhu, stop seeing TV. Hey Buddhu, stop doing that. Hey Buddhu, kya kar rahe ho? The moment you keep telling na, moodamate, 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 you are actually calling yourself, huh? Or we are calling ourselves. Hey moodamate, hey moodamate. Yeah. It is another name for me, nickname. Another nickname. Moodamate. क्या कर रहे हो? अरे यार क्या कर रहे हो? वापस उधर ही जा रहे हो, नहीं करेगा बोल के वापस उधर ही जा रहे हो. भज गोविंदम, भज गोविंदम, मूढ़मते भज गोविंदम. See how it starts working then. Correct? Moodamate bhaja govindam. Right? Now, what is govindam? Gam vindati iti govindah. Gam vindati iti govindah. A caretaker of cows is Govinda. Who is that? Krishna. So that is a rudimentary meaning. Vachyartha. There is another meaning also. Go is another name for Vedas. Another name for Vedas is Go. Okay. The end of the pujas, we say Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. There Go means what? Not cow.
Vedas.
The Brahmanas who know the Vedas. Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam. Don't use English go. Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam. Thank you for going. It is always good when you all go. Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam. We are all Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. No. Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam. It is not cow go. It is not go. It is Vedas go. Okay. So, Go Vindaha. One who is the knower of all the Vedas is Govindaha. See, second meaning. So the first meaning is caretaker of the cows. The other second meaning is one who knows all the Vedas. There is one more meaning to it. Knower of everything is also called go. If someone wants to say go, Vedas means we are making Govinda very Hindu. Okay, you can make Govinda secular. Knower of everything is Govinda. One who knows everything is Govinda. Overlordship, Bhagavan. Bhaga. 6 qualities. One who has Bhaga. Bhagavan. If you remember. If you don't remember, refer to your notes later. Okay. So Govindaha is the one who knows everything, the one who knows the Vedas. That Govindaha, Bhaja. Bhaja means what? What do you mean by Bhaja?
Worship. Worship.
Worship. So Govind, 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 Govind. I need to keep telling that. Understand. Understand Govinda. Bhaja Govinda. Okay. Understand is one meaning. Worship is another meaning. Pray is another meaning. Get clarity is another meaning. Puja is another meaning. What is Bhaja? Remember is another meaning. Learn is another meaning. What
Sir,
is
bhakti, bhaja for bhakti.
Bhakti is another meaning. Which will fit?
Is it related to bhajane? Bhajane means to take his name again and again.
Yeah, so he Govinda, 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 Govinda bolo, Gopala bolo. That is also Bhaja. So what is Bhaja? Here in this Bhaja Govindam, what does Shankara wants to say Bhaja? Learn.
Understand.
Understand what? What God is? Ultimate truth. For
Vedas.
Huh?
Vedas.
No, if it is
Sir, to surrender and submit.
to submit and connect. Be connected with the Lord at every moment of time. Submit to the Lord every moment of time. Connect to the Lord. Learning, tell me, Bhaja Govindam is a Jnana Shastram or Jnana Sadhana Shastram?
Sadhana.
Correct? That means it has got either karma or upasana. Both. It is either karma or upasana. If you keep that in the mind and do karma, if you think about it, it is upasana. Correct? So it is a karma upasana sadhana shastra and not a jnana shastra. So by learning Bhaja Govindam, you will not know ultimate nature of Govindam. No. But by knowing and getting Bhaja Govindam in one's life, what will happen? I will get sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, by which I will get a proper acharya. Mahapurusha samshrayaha, mumukshutvam will improve. I have got manushyatvam already. My mumukshutvam will improve, and thereby I will get Mahapurusha samshrayaha, who will give me the clarity, jnanam of what this real truth is. But for me to get that, I need to do Bhaja Govindam. That means for a jnani there is no Bhaja Govindam. This is jnana sadhana, correct? So for a jnani, he doesn't need Bhaja Govindam. He is already Govindam. So where is Bhaja Govindam?
But sir, still he has to connect and surrender, no, sir. Though he is having the knowledge, still he has to connect and surrender.
Surrender with whom? To himself.
Surrender to the God, to the knowledge, in fact.
No, the knowledge is not. The knowledge is he is God.
Okay. So surrender to God.
No, but he surrendered to himself.
Sir,
He is different and the knowledge is different. No?
Thamba.
He is individual and the knowledge is.
Thamba. Vishal, Tattvabodha. You have to go to Tattvabodha now.
so it's like if I know that pranayam करने से फायदा होता है, but I have to do pranayam. Still, I have to keep doing pranayam, right? So if Bhaj Govindam by know, like if you know, still you have to keep on doing it.
Till next Janma. Then subsequent Janma.
To become Gunatita. To become Gunatita.
What is becoming Gunatita? From where did this concept come? Becoming Gunatita. What is the Jnanam? Now I think that Nitya Vastu Jnanam is misplaced. And if Nitya Vastu Jnanam itself is misplaced, only answer is Tattvabodha. Go back to Tattvabodha, understand what is this Vedantic knowledge, what we are saying about, what is moksha, what is that connection between God. Okay, now come back to Nipa's point. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it for what? Jnana Nishtha I have got. I have already become Jivan Mukta. For Jivan Mukta, is Bhaja Govindam there or not there?
Definitely, they have to keep on
Why?
because
Reminding them.
sir, if I don't know that drinking water gives me a benefit, then also I'm drinking. But if I know that this is giving me some benefits, I will keep on.
Brahma Jnanameva Brahma Bhavati. There is no action after Brahma Jnanam. It is not like any material science. I have to get the knowledge, then I have to work for it, then I have to experience. No. The knowledge itself is Anubhava. Or we say it is beyond Anubhava.
To continue to spread it, sir, then in that case.
Continue to spread it. That means what?
So set an example by continuously reciting Bhaja Govindam, you submitting yourself continuously.
Any other, why Bhaja Govindam only then?
For people on the path, you are showing the way.
Okay. So for them you continue Bhaja Govindam.
Yes.
So the person will say, it is not for me, I am above all that. This is for you. Huh? Yeah, because he is very truthful. That person cannot lie. He is a jnani, he is a brahmanishta. He will never lie. He will say, Bhaja Govindam is there. I am above Bhaja Govindam. Me and Govinda are one only. क्या हुआ?
So to develop our Viveka Buddhi.
After Jnanam. We are talking about Jnani. We are not talking about us. Jnani, over, everything over.
It is like a reminder so that the Jnani doesn't fall down again.
Yes.
Maintenance is tougher than achieving.
The maintenance of Viveka.
Yes, tougher. So you need to always have that. But then just that Bhaja Govindam, that word itself is good enough for that person to understand everything. That reminder is just that word is good enough. Bhaja Govindam, immediately everything is understood at that moment. All this may not be required. But then yes, it's a reminder so that you don't slip. It's a reminder so that along with you, you can propagate it to others who are at a much lower level to see that, by Bhaja Govindam, you can reach to place which is really one of the best happiness. Right? So even a jnani will first is to get something from the God. After that, thanksgiving to the God. The jnani cannot forget that before jnanam, he got a guru, he got a good body to learn. All these things were given by someone. We may tell it is karma phala, but that karma phala to become a punyam, to become a sukham, to get it fructified, there is an Ishvara. As the thought process, it is Brahman. But in a Vyavahara, it is Ishvara. In Vyavahara, he will do all the pujas. He will not behave like he will take the water and do Abhishekam to himself. No. Why I am Brahman? No. It is a intellectual concept that I am just the Brahman and nothing else. But Vyavahara will still continue in this world. Has to continue Vyavahara without an attachment, without a bondage. Okay. The only difference is we do Vyavahara with a bondage. He will do Vyavahara without a bondage. And bondage, you will not know about him. He will not know about you. Simple. Who is doing with bondage, without bondage? How will he know and how will you know? You can infer something by the way people are doing it. But that need not be correct always. That is our inference. Our inference can be wrong. Mudhamate, don't do all that. Govindam bhaja. समझ में आ रहा है? Govindam bhaja mudhamate. Okay. For maintenance factor also he will do it. Very, very clearly. Okay. So bhaja Govindam is needed by all at every time. One is to achieve the goal, and after achieving the goal, as a thanksgiving and as a reminder that I should be maintained and established in it, I should not slip down. So bhaja Govindam. Correct? Makes sense? Does it give a clarity? Is it meaningful for each of us? Okay. Now, 3 times he has said bhaja Govindam, bhaja Govindam, bhaja Govindam. And in our writings, normally in our scriptures, there is a very important dosham, or a what do you call dosham is, what is dosha? Incorrect. I would say incorrect. An incorrect way. It is called punarukti dosham. Repetition of the same thing again is considered incorrect. Anything you repeat, it needs to have a meaning. It needs to have a logic. You can't simply repeat. See, I can repeat Govindam, Govindam as japa. That is my sadhana. But when I'm making a writing, I've written a shloka. Correct? It is for someone else to read and understand what I want to write. So when I'm doing that, there are certain rules. And one of the rules is, any of such writing should not have punarukti dosham. You can't simply repeat it. उस पिन्ना यान हो जाता है, गोल गोल घुमाने का बात हो जाता है. So they will say that no punarukti dosham. If 2 times it has come, you have to give a clarity why 2 times you have written. If 3 times you have written, you have to give a clarity why 3 times. You have written the same word. Does it mean 3 different things?
But in poetry, repetition is used to emphasize a point.
Then
in poetry, it is allowed.
No. Again, in Indian context, in our shastras, even in poetry, if you are writing, see, we are not talking of chorus of the first word, first line. No. You look at this line, it is bhaja Govindam, Govindam bhaja mudamate. 3 times repeat same word. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Shravanam Mananam Nidityasanam.
That is our assumption of it. That could be our interpretation of it. Okay, that could be our interpretation. But why did he write 3 times? Only he can tell. Because if he doesn't answer that, it will be called Punarukti Dosham. Okay, it's very clear. Huh? Punarukti Dosham is always talked in many places. Even in the mantras it will come. If you tell a particular word, and especially in Sanskrit, you have to understand that one word can have couple of meanings. Okay, and that meaning, 2 different meaning if you want to say, you can still use the same word. For example, if I write Madhava, Madhava, or say if I write Govinda, Govinda, how many meanings I have given for Govinda? 2 meanings I have given. So I can write Bhaja, pray to that Govinda who knows all the Vedas. Pray to that Govinda who knows everything. Now 2 different meanings, huh? But I will write Bhaja Govindam only. Are we able to get that? Now who will tell that? Someone has to tell now what does it mean. Otherwise, if that person who is the writer does not give that clarity, that Punarukti Dosham will come and that will be kept separate. Nahin, isko clean karke lao wapas. Not acceptable. Because these are rules. In all our scriptures, we have perfect rules in how things have to be written. Huh? Okay, the meter should not be there. That is why it has got a particular meter. The chandas has to be in place. If the meter goes wrong, it will not be considered proper. Okay, so these certain rules of writing are always maintained right from day one. And these are very clearly written in Shastras, what it is. So one of this is Punarukti Dosham of Bhaja Govindam. 3 times he is saying what these 3 can mean. One of the answers is yes, it can mean Bhaja Govindam. Let me learn what is that Govindam. Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja is learning. Can also learning mean Bhaja? Praying to electricity will mean what? Learning how the electricity works. Learning the laws of electricity is praying to electricity. Bhaja Govindam can also mean conviction about that Govinda. And Govindam Bhaja can be Nididhyasana. Can be one meaning. This is, we are giving certain interpretation. None of these are given anywhere specific, but it is not wrong to consider it this way. Please understand it with the right perspective. If someone else comes with grammar rules and some other rules, you have to do only one thing. You are correct. You should simply say you are correct and leave it. Why? Our interest is nahi nahi rakshati dugrinj karani. Bhaja Govindam. Are you able to get that? To tell you the meaning of Bhaja Govindam, I am going to use grammar. And the second line of this shloka says, this grammatical ratta is not going to help you. But without the grammar, you cannot learn it. So you have to know how much to use the grammar and when to drop the grammar. Once the context is understood, drop the grammar. So between us, we can nicely consider it to be Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, nothing wrong. What is the second meaning of this? And the conventional meaning which Acharyas give is, he is referring to Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika and Adhyatmika. And we will see what are these 3. Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika and Adhyatmika. Okay. I am not sure if you remember. I have already told about this earlier in one of our classes. And that is why we say Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. 3 times when we say Shanti, instantaneously you should ask Punarukti Doshaha. Why 3 times? One Shanti doesn't mean the same thing. We will say no. First one is आध्यात्मिक शांति, आदि भौतिक शांति, आदि दैविक शांति. What are these three? What are these three? Now we have introduced for three Bhaja Govindam, we have introduced three technical terms: Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, and Adi Daivika. Okay, and I am going to read something for you. In Brahma Purana, Vyasa Gita, 234th Adhyaya, this is clarified. We have to give always reference, otherwise people will say you are telling from your own mind. No. So always, as a good point is, always keep a reference very clearly. Write down and keep the reference what it is, where this comes. So you know where to remove. You may not know what that reference is, but at least you can find it out later on if you feel it is important. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Dukkhani. What are these dukkha's? Okay, it is in Brahma Purana, Vyasa Gita, 234th Adhyaya. Adhyatmika Adi Bho Vipra Nyatva Tapatrayam Buddha Utpanna Jnana Vairagyaha Prapnotyantya Antyakam Layam Adhyatmikopi Dvidha Shariro Manasastatha. Okay, and when you come to Adhyatmika, there are two problems. When we say Atma, what does the word Atma mean here? Shariraha, body. Okay, here the word in this context, Atma equal to body. Now you will say, "Ye kya hai?" Whenever you want, you call Atma as consciousness, and you say it is not the body. Correct? Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka, you say it is not the body. And later on, now whenever you want, to your convenience, you are saying Atma equal to body. Atma has many meanings. One of the meaning is body. Okay, and it is a contextual meaning. For example, if I say so and so person did Atmahatya, what did he do? Sharira Hatya. He didn't do anything more than that. He killed his body. So here Atma means what? Shariraha. Correct? Same way, if you consider Atmikopi Dvidha Shariraha. Two shariras are there. When we can say that Atma word, there are two shariras. One is physical body and other is mental or emotional body. Physical personality and emotional personality. Correct? Now, there can be dukkha on your bodily level or it can be at your mental. So, body illness, mental illness, both are called Adhyatmika Dukkhani. And what all can come? Shariro Bahubhir Bhedaibhihi Udyate Shruyatam Cha Saha Sharira Roga Prati Shaya Jwara Shula Bhanga Udaraihi Gulmashaha Shwaya Yushvasa Achadibihi Anekada Tata Akshiroga Sara Kushta Akshirogati Sara Kushta Anga Samnyakaihi Bhidyante Dehajas Tapaha Manasam Shrotu Mahartaha. So it talks of all the various bodily illness. What all can come? Akshirogaha, Gulmashaha. These are all words in Sanskrit for various ailments of the body. Simple things, right from that pain, this pain, joint pain, stomach pain, indigestion, eyes cataract, to cancer, to heart problem, everything is what? Shariraha. Why? Asti jayate vardate viparinamate apakshiyate vinashyati iti षड्विकारवत् एतत्. Hopefully Tattva Bodha is remembered. Sthula Shariram. Correct? Very clear. So the body is going to perish. The body is going to have jara. The body is going to have various problems. Systems are going to defunction. And then you have various physical problems. And many of them have been given. Then comes the second one, which is mind related problem. And what are the mind related problems? काम क्रोध भव द्वेष लोभः मोहात् विषादजः शोकात् असूया मनेष्यं मात्सर्याभिः भवस्तथा मनसोऽपि द्विजश्रेष्ठ तापो भवति नैकधा इत्येवम् आदिभिः एतैस्तापो अध्यात्मकः स्मृतः. Again, mind related षड् रिपुस् काम क्रोध लोभ मोह मद मात्सर्यादिभिः संभावितानां समपातकानां अतिपातकानां उपपातकानां संकरीकरणानां मलिनीकरणानां अपात्रीकरणानां जातिभ्रंशकराणां प्रकीर्णकानां ज्ञानतः सकृत्कृतानां अज्ञानतः असकृत्कृतानां अभ्यस्तानां निरंतर अभ्यस्तानां चिरकाल अभ्यस्तानां. बोल रहे क्या चालू है? What is this going on? This is a part of Mahasankalpa which we do on Raksha Bandhan Day. There you talk of physical ailments, you talk of mental ailments, Sankarikarananam, Malinikarananam, who makes my mind very bad. Apatrikarananam makes me ineligible in many situations. Jati Bhramshakaranam, that mind, if I just leave it that way, it will make me ajatiya. I cannot be as a part of that group. I'll have to be thrown away. And these are all related to Karmakanda. Prakirnakanam jnanataha sakritkritanam. Knowingly I have done it. Ajnanataha asakritkritanam. Unknowingly I have done it. You know, our system is so beautiful. So beautiful. You can call it that you are slipping away, or you can call it that I am always Nitya Shuddha Brahman. Whatever is happening, it's not me. On one way you can say कि हाथ धो के छोड़ दिया. On the other way you can say I am Nitya Shuddha Brahman. So all these are not impacting me. Our Upanishad says you are not the person who are doing any of these things. Think about it. This action and the thought which is related to anger and desire, you are not doing it. That means the Upanishad gives you a place not to feel guilty, but correct yourself. Suppose you say that I am doing it, then you will always be guilty. How will you come out of the guilt? So the Upanishad says that think for a moment you have not done it. Because you are Nitya Shuddha Brahman. You are the true nature. You have superimposed that mind to be you and you are saying I have done it. Then who has done it? Kamo karishi namo namaha. Kamo karishit kamah karoti nahang karoti kamah karta nahang karta kamah karayita nahang karayita eshate kama kamaya swaha. I bow down to this kama, that desire. Leave me and go. Such a beautiful way to look at it. See that. Tell me which other Shastra can bring that simple thing like desire to be considered as something separate and as a god, that please leave me and go. I am not that. Same way anger. Manyurakarishi namo namaha. Manyurakarishi manyuh karoti naham karomi manyuh karta naham karta manyuh karayita naham karayita eshate manyo manyave swaha. But to understand it at that level, you have to dissociate yourself first. Then you will be able to understand. Otherwise, sitting in that, if you keep on doing wrong and if you keep on telling that Kama did, Manyu did, then okay, everyone will say we are now punishing your Kama and Manyu, not you. The society will punish Kama and Manyu and not you. So you cannot say no, because you only said, na, my Kama did it. So let it get the punishment. Who said we are punishing you? So it is for a person who has been able to dissociate himself very clearly, the Jivatma and Paramatma. That Jivatma is getting connected to that. I, the Paramatma, OC, is never doing anything. I am only witnessing what is happening. Dwa Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya. One eats, other keeps seeing. याद आ रहा है? द्वा सुपर्णा. हाँ ना, कुछ तो बोलो.
Two birds.
Correct. 15th chapter. Again, where does it come in 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita? Dvavimau purusho loke ksharascha kshara evacha ksharas sarvani bhutani kutasto kshara uchyate. Okay. So when you come to a level of that, you can very easily tell, hey Kamaha, hey Manyuhu, leave me. See how nicely the Shastras can take you to that level slowly, slowly, slowly. But today we are not in that level. So today we need Bhaja Govindam. We are not matured to that level that we can separate. We consider our mind, ourself, everything together. So we need Bhaja Govindam. So we were talking about Adhyatma Dukkha. First is Sharira Dukkha. So you pray to the Lord, Bhaja Govindam, let my legs be okay. Bhaja Govindam, when I sit, I should not have any pain here and there. I should continuously, at least for this 1 hour, 1.25 hour, I should be able to concentrate. That pain, this pain, पेट में गड़बड़, प्यास लगा, वो कुछ होना नहीं मनते. Bhaja Govindam. Then I pray, oh my mind, I need to have chitta ekagrata. It should not be colored by kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsaryadibihi. Someone else is giving an answer. I should not feel very jealous about it, that I did not get the answer, someone else is giving the answer. I should in fact learn from that. Correct? So all these things will happen and we have to learn from it and go ahead. So Adi Atmika Dukkha, mind related and body related. Now go to the next one. There are many such dukkhams. So to come out from that dukkham, Bhaja Govindam is the first reason why he wrote Bhaja Govindam. Second is Bhaja Govindam for Adi Bhautika Dukkham. What is Adi Bhautika Dukkham? What is Bhuta? What is Bhuta?
The whole world beside you, around you.
The elements, nature.
No. Bhutaha is living things only. Bhutaha means living things only.
Others?
Bhuta Yajnaha. What do you do in Bhuta Yajnaha? Plants, trees, animals.
Environment, the dukkha from the environment.
No.
Like,
Sir,
it's like,
Sir, it's not Panchmahabhut, right?
No. Here
It's like we say Bhuta Daya. So here Bhuta is
Not only animals, also plants.
Correct. But living things. We are talking of animates and not inanimates. Adi Bhautika, when it comes, they are all animates. Okay. Like, let me read it, you will understand. Okay. मृग पक्षी मनुष्याद्यैः पिशाच पिशाच राक्ष पिशाच पिशाच उरग राक्षसैः सरीसृपाद्यैश्च नृणां जायन्ते च आदिभौतिकः. Whatever comes because of mriga, animals, pakshi, manushyaha, because of people, okay, adyaihi, pishacha, uraga means reptiles, rakshasaihi, sarisripa, adyaihi, sarisripa is all that crawling insects and all those things, right? Nrinam jayate, anything or any, even those grass, tomorrow a grass creates allergy. A simple allergy it starts creating. Sometimes grass gives allergy. Those you touch something, some allergy comes. They are what? Adi Bhautika. Any animals, some insect bite, nothing. Our mosquito. Simply sit and the mosquito will start. So there itself Adi Bhautika. So that dukkham should not come. So Bhaja Govindam. So first one is Adhyatmika, my body, my mind. Second is someone else creating it for me. Are we getting this? Adi Bhautika is all the other things in and around the living things, they create a problem for me, is called Adi Bhautika. Correct? Why we have not considered all those Pancha Mahabhutas and all what you are saying? अगर उसको इधर ले लिया तो तीसरा वाले के लिए कुछ बचेगा नहीं. That is called Adi Daivika.
That comes in the natural calamities.
Yes. Adi Daivika is what? Shitoshna Vata Varsha Ambu Vidyuta Samudbhavaha Tapaha Dvijavara Shreshtaha Kathyate cha Adi Daivikaha. Shita Ushna, heat, cold, tsunami, earthquake, anything you call with this Pancha Mahabhutas, all the inanimates creating some problem on. Okay. Now tell me, coronavirus is which type?
Adi Daivika.
Adi Bhautika.
This is the problem. Huh? Because we feel God created it, so we call it Adi Daivika. Wrong. Corona is Adi Bhautika. Are you able to get that? Indigestion is?
Bhautika. Adi Bhautika.
Adhyatmik.
Someone created indigestion.
It is Adhyatmik.
Adhyatmika. The problem is when I say Adhyatmika, I consider only spirituality.
Sir, but they say corona is a non-living thing.
I don't know. Nahi rakshati dugrin karane. I will not. That is not our area. Basically, simple. If it is a living or non-living, it is Shita, Ushna, Vata, Jwara, water. These are what we consider this semi stuff, all this micro stuff which is not living, non-living, you cannot categorize. They are all for me alive. It may be non-living. If it is non-living, how will it grow in you? How will it propagate in you? So it is living. People will come out with classic logic. You know, you get one type of egg in which there is no life. There are some eggs, you know, these eggs don't have life. Are? Did the hen produce the egg for no life? Or you used your intelligence to make it lifeless? समझ में आ रहा है? Let us not use our intelligence to manipulate the सृष्टि. So if you say the egg has life or no life, I will say sorry, it has life. It is supposed to have life. You have put, तुमने उंगली किया है. Correct? The hen doesn't know that there is no life in it. The hen always believes that whatever eggs are given, the chicks are going to come out, right? है कि नहीं? So it has got life. Same way corona has life according to me. Otherwise it will not propagate. The only thing which has life can only propagate ahead. Right? So very clearly, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika. These three, Tapatraya, Tapa, Dukkha, Traya, Nivartyartham. Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika, Tapatraya, Nivartyartham. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. He Mudhamate, Bhaja Govindam. Is that first line absolutely clear now? Who is Govinda? The knower of everything. Bhaja, I submit to him. Why? Only he can remove my Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika and Adi Bhautika Tapatraya. Why I want him to remove all that? Why he needs to remove all these for me?
Distractions. And these three will cause
Hurdles.
distractions, hurdles.
For what?
Mumuksha.
Jnana Prapti and
For my Jnana Prapti. So, O God, make the path of my Jnana Prapti little manageable by me. Don't bring such a problem that it is beyond my control. Only you can do it. You know, there is a very beautiful mantra in the Rudra. Suddenly I remembered that. Sahasrani sahasradha bahuvostava hetayah tasamishano bhagavah parachi namukha kridi. Very beautiful mantra. Very beautiful mantra. Sahasrani sahasrashaha. Sahasrani means thousands. Sahasrashaha means thousands and thousands. So just to give a number to it, that it is innumerable. Sahasrani sahasrashaha. Bahuhu. Bahu is your hands. With your two hands, bahu, bahavaha. Hetayaha. What is heti? You know what is heti?
The purpose.
Heti is arrow. Arrows. Tava hetayaha, tava bahu, from your two hands, you are showering innumerable arrows on me. Sahasrani sahasradha, bahuvos tava hetayaha. Tasam ishanaha, he ishanaha. With these two hands of yours, you are piercing so many arrows, innumerable arrows on me. Correct? Bhagavaha Ishanaha, O Lord Ishana, Tasam Ishanaha, Bhagavaha, Parachi na Mukhakriti. Do one thing. You are legitimate in doing what you are doing. I cannot tell you stop that. You know why? Parachi na Mukhakriti. You know, Parachi na Mukhakriti is when that arrow is coming ना, उसको एक छोटा सा काम, पराची नामुखाकृति मतलब उसको थोड़ा ब्लंट करो, थोड़ा उसको ब्लंट करके फिर फेंको. Do you understand that? What is this prayer? Ask to God. Oh Lord, what are you giving me is my karma phala. I cannot tell you don't give me my karma phala. I have done it, you are doing your job. But I know one thing. You have the capability to reduce the sharpness of it. You cannot stop it. That means you are doing pakshapata to me. You are being partial to me. My God, if you listen to me, you are partial to me. I will not make you do anything which is partial. But you can do surely one thing, which is within your scope, within your right, to make it blunt. Make it blunt means what? Again, make it blunt means you are going to make him. Because if I have done a particular karma, I need to get that arrow with that vigor and that vague. If I don't get that, then I don't get the karma phala, right? And if I tell him that you make it blunt, what am I actually telling?
You punish me, but give me an opportunity to survive that punishment and reinforce.
Means what should I do? What should you give me? You are throwing an arrow.
Strength to sustain that.
What? Give me a kavach. So you provide a kavach and you throw the arrow. समझ में आ रहा है? That is called intelligently asking, without putting God into a problem. Otherwise, he will be in dharma sankata. Huh? What is dharma sankata? You know what is dharma sankata? That's exactly dharma sankata. Dharma sankata is not crying with dharma. No. Dharma says dharma is in a problem, how to respond. What is dharma sankata is, the situation is in such a way that whatever is done by dharma, you will feel it is adharmic, or whatever is done is fully dharmic. That is dharma sankata. That clarity is, grayness is there. You pray to him. Isn't it his job to bless you? You have done something wrong. Isn't it his job to punish you?
Yes.
So if you alter the punishment, you are doing dharma sankata with him. You are making him do something wrong. That's another part, whether he will do it or not. But at least your thought is that way. थोड़ा बैकडोर से मामा को 50 रुपया देते ना वैसा, ओ गॉड जरा थोड़ा करेक्ट दे दो, लेकिन पर्ची छोटा वाला काटो. Dharma sankata. So he has to give also, but then you have earned something. You know, it is how you know. When you go and cross a red signal, you jump it. Before the mama catching, you yourself go to the mama and surrender, saying that I have now jumped the red signal. What will happen? पर्ची काटेगा, बट वो नाटक सब नहीं होएगा कि तुम्हारा ये दे दो, you give me your license, then you will have to say मामा देखो ना, वो करो ये करो. हो गया, गलती हो गया, आप काटो, मैं आगे जाने दो, आप आपका काम करो. So he is no more in dharma sankata. He is doing his job. You have also submitted, by which you are getting his anugraha by not troubling you. Correct? Like that, you can pray to God and say that you please give you all the arrows, but see that it doesn't hurt me. Why? The arrows are created by me. It is my own karma phala which you are giving. I cannot say no to it. But at the same time, because I am praying to you, you can give me a kavacha by which your own arrows are getting nullified or reduced its impact. Tasam ishano bhagavaha parachi na mukha kriti. What a beautiful way of, see, our systems are so clean and good, so clean and good. It doesn't say that you are absolved of everything. No, you will have to face it, but the impact is low and you will go out of it. Correct? You will have to face it, the impact is low, you will go out of it. Are we getting this? Exactly like that. Bhaja Govindam, my adhyatmika problem, reduce it. Bhaja Govindam, my adi daivika problem, reduce it. Bhaja Govindam, my adi bhautika problem, reduce it. Do you feel God will reduce it? Do you feel God will reduce it?
No, but he will give me the capability to bear it.
Exactly. Which means what? How will you bear it?
I will have that, what do you call that?
Courage. You will have the strength and courage to bear the situation given to you.
That means what are you asking?
Perseverance and strength.
Are you asking for perseverance and strength? Here.
Sahan Shakti.
Sahan Shakti comes out of what?
Knowledge.
Is it knowledge you are asking?
Kavach.
Kavach. How does the kavach come?
By remembering him.
So what happens? So what happens? By remembering him, what happens?
You have balance of mind.
So going down to him.
No.
Going
So
down
what
to
will
him.
happen? So what will happen? By submission
So
to
when
him, what will
the
happen?
mind is focused on, when the mind is focused on the higher, we will not be able to, like, we will not feel the.
That is the point. When I am connected to the higher, all this pain, I will not even understand it. Don't make me fall down and focus on these pains. Keep me ever connected with you. That I devalue this pain. It will come and it will go. That is its job. But I should not get disturbed because of that. And that anugraha you can give me. Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam. Let me always be connected with you. Does it make sense now? Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. Why? Samprapte sannihite kale. Nahi nahi rakshati dugrinj karane. Kale is the word. We will continue the second line. Samprapte sannihite kale. Nahi nahi rakshati dugrinj karane. We will see it in the next time. First line is absolutely clear. Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam. Govindam Bhaja. Hey Mudhamate. Hey foolish. Me stupid. Bhaja Govindam. Correct? And not to tell others. It is only you have to, as though you are playing with your own mind. बोलते हैं ना, what a buddhu I am. You say ना, what a buddhu I am. क्या stupid है मैं. Exactly like that. हे मूढ़मते भज गोविंदम. हे मूढ़मते भज गोविंदम. ऐसा 10 बार सर पे मारो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. It will not be considered bad. हे मूढ़मते भज गोविंदम. ऐसा तो अंदर जाने दो. This will never be considered wrong. It is Mangala Shubha. Hey Bhaja Govindam. Correct? Like that, we should learn and connected with him, we will see what it is. Because the moment we are connected, each of this automatically becomes devalued. Right? We will stop it here. Any questions on this? Then let me know. Otherwise, I think we have dwelled on this quite a lot with lot of details of why, what it is. But subsequently, because once we know the basis of why this Moha Mudgaraha is there, what is the whole logic, then it becomes easy for us to take it ahead. We will be looking at the whole thing from that perspective. To set this perspective, the first shloka is the very, very important shloka. 100% the direction should turn inward and not focused outward. 100% it has to get turned inward and try to see any of the situations which Adi Shankara is mentioning, which we have faced similar situation in our life where we can correlate to it and learn from it. Correct? So, we have already passed through that situation, but have we learned something from it? It's a time to introspect. Okay? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja, Mudhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dugrinj Karane. And let me tell you, I will be going in a particular sequence. This particular book is available in most of the places, but there can be variations in the shlokas. There can be variations in the number of shlokas and also the sequence of shloka. So what y'all are referring, I have no idea. I have not referred a specific book, but I am referring to my class notes which Acharya has taken, my teacher has taken, and it goes in the proper order only like we learnt it. We may add one or two, we may delete one or two, but totally there will be about 30 plus 2, which is a summing up. 32 shlokas will come, and which we will complete it. So if you have a book, you can mention the number which I am going to tell you, because at the last we are going to make a summary of Bhajagovindam, and there we will be telling shloka number 5, 6, 7 is referring to this, shloka number 20, 30 and 40 is referring to this. So that time you should not have wrong numbering. So whenever we are going ahead, number the shloka properly, and that becomes the reference. Or you can write it in your notebook, shloka number 1, Bhajagovindam, shloka 2, Mudha Jahi, shloka 3. So you know what you are referring to. Okay? And with this, we will continue with the second line next week, and we stop it here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
Can I ask you?
But before that, I will just give one or two instructions or information, and then you can. First thing is, today evening at 6:30 we have got the normal puja at Hirandani Estate. Today I will be speaking on Veda Bhaga and Ashrama. That itself will go on for 2 or 3 sessions, because it's only 20 minutes. So Veda Bhaga and Ashrama is what I will be connecting. How the Veda Bhagas and our Ashrama systems are there. So if you want to connect to it, or even the YouTube, you can listen to it later on, because that will be available. That is one. Secondly,
A question. Sorry, I'm very sorry. Can I join only at that time? Will I be given an entry? Because before that, I won't be able to come.
yeah, entry is, people keep coming and going in that.
So no issue then.
No issue.
Okay.
No issue. Second thing is, tomorrow we will have, instead of Adi Shankara, we have completed 5:15 in the evening. We will start with Upanishad Ganga. I have no particular sequence, but whatever I have got it, I will just start taking one by one. It may not be in the right sequence how Upanishad Ganga was taken. So, but then you all, as students of Vedanta, when you know the whole gamut of the Vedanta, whichever you take doesn't matter. It's only to give that value properly. So we'll take Upanishad Ganga from tomorrow, one by one, and see. Based on the timing, we can complete 1, 2, how it goes, and continue ahead. Yeah. These are the two information, nothing else. Yeah. What is it? Yeah. Now questions, if you have anything, you ask me.
I wanted to just ask him, can you give those shloka in your sequence on mail or something?
Yeah, I will try to give that. Let me check that whether it is in the same sequence, and I have one, and then I will send it across. Let me see.
Because I do not have now.
No, so what I will do is I will do something and give it. So that what I will do is I will write the shlokas in a particular sequence and then send it across to you all, so you can also refer the same.
Okay.
Yeah. There won't be a change. It is just the same, except 1 or 2 can get interchanged. Nothing more than that. Or you drop 1 or 2 in between. That's
Today at what time?
Huh?
Vivekadahaga, today at what time?
Today that will be around 7:15, 7:15, 7:15, 7:20 in the evening.
And how much time?
7:45. That is only about,
Achha.
be very short. And it is very clearly, please understand that it is for people who have absolutely no idea of anything. Huh? So it will be very, 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 try to be made very simple and try to connect it. It's just what is our Vedic heritage? It is going from that perspective, nothing to do with Vedanta and all. Yeah? Okay? Chala. Any other questions? Otherwise, we'll close it today. Chala. Let us stop.